White Sands National Park evokes a magical feeling. It's beautiful, otherworldly, and near the world's largest pistachio? We'll get back to that. With a few days off in my schedule, I picked up and embarked on a solo trip to Alamogordo, New Mexico. Now, this was actually my second time visiting White Sands, which may be surprising because this is one of the more simple parks. You can see the entire thing in a weekend and feel more than satisfied. So the question is, why did I go back? This place evoked a feeling unlike any park I've ever visited before. White Sands has a unique beauty and sense of peace to it. It's a landscape constantly shifting color and shadows. In the hours of sunrise and sunset, the white sand reflects the colors of the sky as they shift from pink to orange to blue. My first sunset there is exactly what prompted me to return, because it was one of the most magical things I'd ever experienced. It's almost like the sand dunes are a canvas that the sky and sun paints over and over every single day. Plus, I felt like I had more to do there, because I didn't even go sand sledding my first time there, and that needed to happen. So I arrived in New Mexico with a few missions in mind. Number 1, try out sand sledding. Number 2, see the world's largest pistachio. How did I not know about this when I went the first time? It's practically next door to the park. Number 3, watch a beautiful sunset at White Sands. And number 4, visit the Museum of Space History, because apparently space exploration is a big deal in this area. Like, a really big deal. First things first though, it was time to go sledding. My wonderful Airbnb host named Deborah left me a sled in the closet, which I thought was very nice, so shout out to Deborah. I grabbed Deborah's sled and headed off to the dunes. Now, sand sledding is all fun and games until you're standing on the precipice of a 3-dozen-foot sand dune with your only protection being a plastic sled that goes under your butt and kind of looks like a frisbee. And I'll admit that this is way more dramatic than it needs to be, but to be fair, I'm not exactly the kind of person that likes to go full send on things. I don't even like roller coasters, and I know that's problematic, so if you need to unsubscribe, I'll understand. So I thought I'd start light and ease into it, but the dune I picked wasn't nearly steep enough, so I ended up just sort of scooting around. Anyway, I found another dune that was much steeper, so I swallowed my fear, channeled my inner Buzz Lightyear, and prepared to go to infinity and beyond. Or, something like that. And oh man, I had a blast sledding. I felt like a little kid again, sprinting up the hill only to sled back down and do it all again over and over. Compared to sledding on snow, it was much slower, probably because the sand provides a lot more traction, but it was still super fun. Now, of course, if you go somewhere that has the world's largest pistachio, you have to go see it. And let me tell you, as I drove closer, seeing that giant nut crest over the horizon was really a sight to behold. This pistachio was huge, and for size reference, I purchased a bag of normal pistachios from them so that you could really see the scale of the massive one. What I really want to know is how much competition this 30-foot tall nut has, because boasting that you're the world's largest pistachio is a big deal. Are there like flocks of other 25-foot tall pistachios that just missed their time to shine? I don't know. To be honest, when I bought my bag of pistachios from them, I wasn't really expecting anything special from these nuts, but they ended up being pretty darn good. Hi, so I just finished watching the sunset and it was absolutely beautiful. And then I got in the car and was like, man, I'm really hungry. And I remembered I had my pistachio land pistachios. And these are fire. Now, the sunsets at White Sands are my all-time favorite part of coming here. So instead of telling you what it's like to witness one, I think I'll just show you. My favorite thing in the absolute world about coming here is that the sand is white, obviously, so it reflects all of the colors of the sky. Look at that, that looks really cool. One time I was here and it was really stormy, and so the sand was this like kind of grayish blue color. But right now, because the sunset is so golden and pink, the sand has turned this golden pinkish color. And I think that is so cool. Finally, we come to the Space Center. I met a rocket named Little Joe, who was not so little, took an awkward shot with him where people definitely saw me and wondered what on earth I was doing, and then I went inside. This place was really cool. There was tons in there that was on the science and the history of space exploration. One of my favorite parts was playing with a space shuttle landing simulator, which I did not, in fact, land, so I guess my dream career with NASA is in the toilet. Another highlight was seeing a lunar rock collected by the Apollo 17 mission. This rock is estimated to be 3.7 billion years old, and it may even be the oldest thing many people ever see. For reference, the rocks in the Grand Tetons are some of the oldest in all of North America, and they're around 2.7 billion years old. So this lunar rock is a whole billion years older. To find a rock on Earth that's this old, you would definitely have to hunt a little more. So there you have it. That is my trip to White Sands National Park. And if you like this video, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, because I would really appreciate it as I try to grow this channel, and maybe even check out one of these other videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.